people running around the United States trying to get away from zombies, and they're trying to get along through adversity, and they don't know each other, so some of them are kind of bad. And then there's bad guys on the human side and stuff like that. And what? Of course I've read it. Yeah, except for when I read it, it was called Dead World. Yeah, real original, Robert Kirkman. Yeah, you came up with a real original idea. Oh, boy. You know what? Look, Robert Kirkman, you're probably a great guy and stuff like that, but all I'm trying to say is, you know, Dead World came out in the 80s. Where was Walking Dead then? Probably in your brain when you read Dead World. Yeah, no, I don't know. But you know what? Dead World and Walking Dead do have a lot in common. I swear, if an intelligent zombie appears in The Walking Dead, I'm going to look at all of you and I'm going to go, I told you! I told you! Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh yeah. Hello, my name is Fu Manchu! Hey, Robert Kirkman, I'm just kidding. But you know what? Seriously, there's no original ideas on this planet anymore, because anytime you like read something or see something and everybody's like going, oh, this is the new thing, this is the new thing. Hey, you know what? Billy Joel said it a long time ago. It's still the old thing, it's just repackaged. You know what? Seriously, listen to that song. It's only rock and roll to me. Yeah, it's all in that song. Well, anyway, you know what? Speaking of Walking Dead, I really like The Walking Dead. Do I read the comic book? Well, I've read a few of the issues and stuff like that. You know, it was one of those things that, seriously, back when it first came out, I didn't even know about it. I was just like, yeah, okay, whatever. Because, you know, back then, I wasn't really going to the comic store as much as I used to. And so I did get to see it when it first came out. Maybe if I would have bought them when they first came out, I would have been all like, yay! But when I saw it, it was like a graphic novel or whatever all put together. And I really liked the art of the first few issues, or at least the first issue. I don't know if they kept it up, but the guy who draws the first one was really, really good. But then later on issues, I was just like, I don't like that art, whatever. Yeah, I've read a few of the issues and stuff like that, and I have to say, I like the TV series better. The comic book series is pretty good, but I think they put a lot of stuff in there just for shock value and stuff, and there's a lot of stuff that happens to some of the characters. I'm just like, yeah, you didn't need to go that far. Yeah, if you've got issues at home, you don't have to put them in the comic book. Yeah, you know, some things that the governor did, like to Michonne, and some of the more raunchier stuff, I mean, come on, really? Really? You didn't need to go that far, because the TV series kind of proves it by saying, hey, look, same sort of stuff, not quite as bad. And believe me, it's still bad, because, you know, look, nothing beats the scene in the TV show when the governor loses his mind and has the sword in his hand. Yeah, filmed very good, very artsy, very cool. I commend it. Little different in the comic book. It's alright. But anyway, speaking of The Walking Dead, yesterday I was at the video store. And as I was walking around the video store, I couldn't find anything. And I went over to the dark corners, I guess where the Mogwais are, because apparently I'd never been over in that corner before. And I looked down and I go, it's an action figure, but I already have it. But look, it's different. So today's review will be on the following. Today's review will be on the McFarlane toys. The Walking Dead. You know what's funny? Is all of these silly little logos are always on the back of the package. Look at this. Look, it's on the back of the package. I couldn't find it on the front. And if it's on the front, it's hidden very well. But anyway, it's the McFarlane Toys Walking Dead Shane Walsh figure. Yeah, and if you look really closely there underneath his name, it says Flashback figure with new head sculpt. Slightly out of focus. Yeah. Not the head, but the writing, because my silly thing here that I'm recording on, oh, there we go, it's a little bit more in focus. But yeah, if you look there, that picture there almost looks like the head they used originally, except for with hair. But anyway, yeah, if you look up, it looks like the same old figure, and you kind of go, oh, they didn't even change it. But they did. They gave him a new head. Check that out. Yeah, he's wearing a police hat and everything. And I stand corrected, because look, it does say McFarlane Toys. It's just The Walking Dead was covered up by that sticker. And he was $14.99, as you can see. So, all of that said, let's look at the back of the package. So here's the back of the package, looking very familiar, and as you will see, it says, yeah, we already read that, Series 5, and if you look there, it says, you know, Daryl and his motorcycle, Glenn, Maggie, there's Tyrese, Merle Zombie, and Charred Zombie. Now, you will notice it doesn't say anything about Shane. Now, I'm assuming they released this with these figures later on. Not when it was on here, because it wasn't announced, except for online that I saw. I don't know why they didn't just make up a new back for it, but I guess it's cheaper to do this. Although they changed the picture on the front of the package behind the Walking Dead logo, it looks like the city from season 1. But yeah, there are the figures looking pretty cool. Now I have all of those except for these two. I did not buy them. I don't know why. I guess because it would have cost like $30 just to get these two, and I didn't really need the charred zombie, and I didn't really need that Merle since I have a normal Merle. I think I would have got him if they had like done a new sculpt, but they didn't. They just used the old sculpt and they just painted him like a zombie. I mean, he should have had a big hole in his chest, and he should have had like a zombie face, maybe making that expression. But if you look, I mean, he's got the sunken in eyes and stuff. What are they trying to say, that the actor looks like that? No! They put makeup on him or something. But yeah. I recently, well, not recently, I was going to say I recently, no, I recently, if you count like a few months ago, got Tyrese, but I never reviewed him. I was going to, he sat in my review pile and I just didn't review him, but I might show him off here in a minute. But anyway, there's the back of the package looking like you've seen it a million times, so let's look at the front of the package one more time. So here's the front of the package one more time, and I have to say, when I saw this sitting on the pegs, I was like, holy cow, and I freaked out. And I thought, oh man, do I need it, do I need it, should I get it? And I honestly thought when I saw it that his outfit was a different color than the original one, but apparently not, because I've since compared the original. But yeah, the head alone, when I saw his face, I was like, man, I don't know, that looks like Jon Bernthal to me. I think that looks pretty cool. So let's open him and decide later if we made a mistake or not. What do you say? So let's go ahead and open it! So here's the figure fresh out of the package, and I have to say, he looks pretty good to me. Now, I did notice something just as I opened it. If you look at his police logo there, it's a little offset and a little, like, crooked. But you know what? The other one in the package was like that too, so they looked identical to me. So that sort of stinks, but, you know, maybe they'll fix that later. It doesn't really matter. But, yeah, there's the figure looking pretty cool. And like I said, this is a way better likeness to the actor Jon Bernthal than the original one. Now, the original one, a lot of people hate it. I know Mr. Evilcheese hates it. And I honestly, when I got this, I ran to his reviews because I wanted to know if he reviewed it, because I wanted to see a comparison between this one and the old one. And he hadn't gotten it yet. So, hey, Mr. Evilcheese, this is what it looks like. Hopefully yours will not have a crooked police logo. But anyway, yeah, he has his old review up and stuff like that, his Shane McMahon review. And it's very funny. If you haven't seen it, make sure you watch it. But, yeah, this one looks a lot better than the old one. The old one, like I said, was not horrible in my opinion, but I think the paint sculpts, or the paint apps, especially on his eyebrows, kind of ruined it, because Jon Bernthal's eyebrows are not that dark. So, and if you look here, you can't really see them because of the brim of the hat, and I think that really helps. But let's compare this figure to the old figure, and you'll see what I mean. Quick, Lori, pick one, or quick, Rick, shoot one. I don't know, check that out. Yeah, you can definitely see a difference in the head sculpt. Now, I'm assuming that this one over here, well, probably this one too, but I was going to say, I'm assuming the first one that came out was a real scan, body and head and stuff like that. And I'm telling you, it's just the paint apps. I mean, we've all seen him make this face in the show. I mean, they got his nose right, they got the way his mouth curls and stuff when he, you know, snarls his teeth and stuff. But I think it's the eyebrows. I really do. I think he's got, like, drawn-on eyebrows. And that just doesn't look right. They're too dark and stuff like that. But plus, you know, we all had to get over when he shaved his head and he started to look like Jango Fett a little bit. But, yeah, that still looks pretty cool. Now, comparatively, if you compare both of them, this one over here does look more like the actor. This one over here looks more like an interpretation of Shane. And what's funny is, if you look at the way, I mean, the figures are identical, but if you look at it, it almost changes, just because he's got a different head, it almost changes his body posture and stuff like that. Now, I know his arms are a little different, the way they're bent up there. But, yeah, it just looks so different. Now, as for the figure itself, you can see the paint apps are pretty close. They're not identical, but they are pretty close. Yeah, like this one has a lot more blood on his hand there than that one. That one's got it just kind of smeared in. It almost kind of looks like dirt or something. But, do they both have the tattoos? Yep, they sure do. They got the tattoos on their chest. Yeah, yeah, looking pretty cool. Poor old Shane still can't get a shirt to wear under his other shirt. But yeah, it looks pretty good to me. Do I think you need both of these figures? No, but chances are if you collect Walking Dead figures and you like Shane, you probably already have this figure. So you have to decide if you want this figure too. Now, I think it's cool. Do I think it's worth $15 extra? I don't know, but I really like it. No complaints here. It's kind of cool. It's kind of like when they came out with the new Daryl. And you're not the new Daryl, but the one that they repainted in the 2-pack with Merle. You know, it made you want it anyway because they painted it better. So this one's kind of like that, where they just kind of redid it just a little bit. And at least you got a new sculpt this time. So that's pretty cool. So, let's look at the back of the figure. So here's the back of the figures, and, you know, as you can see, they look pretty much identical. Yeah, they painted them pretty much the same, even though those splatter marks are pretty much the same. You could tell it's a little different, a little off, but not much. But yeah, there's the figures. Laura doesn't love you. Well, Laura doesn't love you either. She loves me. I'm a better father to her than you, Shane. No, I'm a better father than Shane. Shane. Oh, you know what? That's my new playlet. Shane of Fools. Yeah, there they are, looking pretty cool. So, anyway, I say, honestly, this one over here, it's not as bad as everybody says, except for if you believe Mr. Evilcheese, and you should, because it's terrible. But I think it's alright. But, yeah, if you've got to have this one, sure, get it. It's one of those things where, yeah, they've been broken up by time enough to where you don't have to feel like you just spent $30 on the same figure to get both of them. But, yeah, since, you know, I got this one $15 a long time ago, and then this one about $15 yesterday, so, hey, it doesn't feel like I wasted money, and it's cool to have both, and now I can just decide. But, you know what? They're still cool to me. So there's my sort of review for the Shane Walsh redo new head with a hat, sort of crooked logo, figure by McFarlane Toys. Yeah, you know what? I like them both, and I'm very happy to have it, and you know what? Hey, seriously, this is a very cool figure. I really like it, and I think it looks amazing. I think the head sculpt on the new one is way better. I do wish, sort of, that the hat was removable so you could see his hair, or maybe even a shaved head. It wouldn't have mattered, but no, the hat doesn't come off. And yeah, don't forget to watch my new play coming out soon, Shane of Fools, starring Tyrese. But anyway, where am I? I'm over here, yeah. But anyway, I hope you liked today's review, and until next time, tune in for more Out of Focus Foo Reviews. Okay, Tyrese, do you know your lines yet? Yes, I do. Let's see. Shane, I am not your father. No, that's not the way it goes. Do it again. I'm a better father than you, Shane. Shane. Come on, felzbug, maybe you'll be playing the part. Let's go, Jeff. Come on, Tyrese, let's go.